Seguidores de Prensa Arizona, bienvenidos a este reportaje especial. Hoy vamos a tener una historia sobre lo que es la superación personal, sobre lo que es la ayuda a los semejantes, sobre cómo las corporaciones detrás de cámaras ofrecen tanta y tanta ayuda a las comunidades, a las personas que más lo necesitan. Y parte de esa historia es nuestra entrevistada del día de hoy, que es Pam Giannonatti, que es gerente de asuntos corporativos de Fry's Food Stores y la compañía Kroger. Pam, welcome to Prensa Arizona.
Thank you so much for having me. It truly is my pleasure.
Well, welcome here, and we're really pleased to have you. So you have dedicated 42 years to Fry's Food Stores and building connections and making a difference. So what has inspired you to stay so committed to this work?
You know what really inspires me day in and day out are the people I work with and the customers that I get to meet on a regular basis, as well as the nonprofits that are doing incredible work here in Arizona. That's what inspires me and truly keeps me here, as well as, you know, the great benefits that they've given me. I've raised 4 beautiful children, which I'm so very proud of. One which recently just got married, the final grand finale. And then I have 4 beautiful grandchildren. Again, Arizona's my home. It's where I raise my children. I love it here. So to be able to work for 42 years for a company who's really given me a purpose to do what I do, I'm very, very blessed.
And this purpose is serving the community, serving the customers. What else do you feel every time since you started as a cashier, as you told me, and now being in this position?
Absolutely. Again, I started as a bagger. So I was out in the rain one day pushing carts, and you know what? That was all they had. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And before you know it, I was in the store and I was a cashier, as you stated. I moved to a front-end manager. And again, it's really the connection I had with the people that I worked with and the customers, and them giving me opportunities. They have a saying, apply for a job and discover a career, and that's exactly what I did, because now I get to represent 130 Fry's Food Stores statewide. And again, that's doing great things. What they do in the community really helps me thrive every day.
So Fry's Food Stores' purpose is to feed the human spirit. How do you see that mission come to life in the work that you do every day?
Yes, and that warms my heart. The purpose of to feed the human spirit. And what that means is about taking care of each other, taking care of our customers, as well as taking care of the communities. And we do that in so many ways. You know, we work in the community. We help feed the hungry here in Arizona. We help eliminate waste within our company so it's not going into the Arizona landfills. It's about working with children at schools and putting in a garden where they can see how soil to table really happens by putting seeds in the soil and then growing those vegetables and then making something really special with it. So that's what warms my heart, and that's what drives me every day.
So many of us maybe won't understand how this works, how these big corporations can help the poorest people. And sometimes we have a different perception, but how this works, how Fry's is taking food to the most needed.
You bet. And again, it is complicated sometimes. But again, we have something called the food rescue program in our stores. So food that might not sell but are still very nutritious and healthy, we work with our local food banks who come to our stores on a daily basis. We give them the food, who then provide it to the community that they serve. We also have grant dollars that we issue, that we grant out on a regular basis. But it's also not just giving of the dollars and or the food, but it's really about serving the community. And what really gives me great pride is working side by side with fellow leaders at Fry's, led by our president. She's the first one out there to donate our time, to pack boxes, to provide them to our local food banks so they then in turn can help serve the community.
Wow, it's really good. As a Fry's corporate affairs manager, you have a direct impact on the lives of so many. So can you share a moment that reinforced the importance of giving back?
You know what, I will. I think the important thing, and kind of how we have evolved as well in feeding the most in need here in Arizona, was we always packed the boxes, provided food to the food banks to put non-perishable food items, but now we're providing healthy, fresh items. And what I really liked, and I kind of touched on it a minute ago, is really working with the children. Providing them funds so they can build a garden at their school, and or that has grown into a community garden so the community can come in and work in the garden and grow the vegetables. That's what I really is warming my heart, how we have evolved as well, on how we are helping to not only fight food insecurity here, but also teaching those who want to be more food secure by putting in the gardens, and they working in them, and they take the vegetables home.
Mm-hmm. It must be some special moment while you were doing this, helping people. Can you share with us? Maybe this is an intimate moment. Maybe something that made you cry or made you so joyful of helping others. Can you share a memory with us about this?
Absolutely. And again, there are many, but there's always one that kind of sticks a little bit more and warms my heart. There's one time when we were handing out boxes at one of our food banks here. There are many Fry's leaders, and a customer that was in line waiting for a food box grabbed my hand. And now you're going to get me all choked up. Grabbed my hand and could not thank me enough for not only providing the food and the volunteers, but for being there and giving my time. That was so special and something I will cherish always. Because you know what? The impact that we are having on families, on children, on single parents is quite remarkable. So when we can be there to hand them the box, and that means so much, that's why we do what we do.
And unfortunately, there's a lot of people in need, and it looks like it keeps growing. Is there any plan to make this program bigger so you can help more people in Arizona and other states?
You know, we wish we could solve the problem here in Arizona because we know how big it is and it continues. But that's where we work with our great nonprofit Feeding America food banks, such as St. Mary's and United Food Bank and St. Vincent de Paul, who really are boots on the ground. So we can provide volunteers, we can provide funding, and that's where we can make a bigger difference by all of us coming together. We do food drives in our store. The community loves to give. That's how we can make a bigger difference. Again, we can't do it alone. Zero Hunger, Zero Waste is a huge initiative for us. However, we can't do it alone. That's why we love it when we can do it in our stores so the community can help as well.
Some moment that you remember the most during your career in Fry's as a worker, as maybe the time you got promoted or something that is good to share with our people so they know there's an opportunity for everyone.
Oh yeah, there's you know, a road traveled there. And again, the door wasn't always open. So you have to go knocking on the door. You have to really go after. If it's something you want and you feel you don't think you can do it, as a leader, it's important that you try. And I tried many positions. Now, was I always qualified for them? No, but I made the attempt to let them know that I am qualified, and I will work hard, and I will give up my time, and I will be there for you to learn this. I'm a quick learner. But what people need to keep in mind is if it's a job that you want, go get it. Go get it. Don't sit back and wait for someone to come tell you. You need to go after it. And that's what has inspired me and got me to do many roles here at Fry's, is because I didn't wait. I kept trying to find out, who do I need to talk to? What do I need to do? What do I need to learn? Because a lot of times, you need to learn the position before you get the position. So how can I learn that and let them know I am ready?
Your experience as a woman and as a leader. Share a little bit about this.
As a woman leader here at Fry's, it truly has been quite remarkable. And where I really want to give the credit to is my family. We work nights, we work weekends for me to get where I am today. We do volunteer projects on different days on the weekend. But my family, their love, their support, that's important. And if you don't have family, find someone that you can mentor with or shadow, or, those, you need to have someone in your court that you can lean on. And I think that's what's important. Everyone needs someone that they can lean on to help get to where they want to go sometimes.
How to find that balance among work and family? It's kind of difficult.
It is very difficult, especially in the grocery industry. As we talked, holiday nights, weekends, different shifts. So I had, like I said, a very supporting husband, Mark, who would bring the children into the store to visit me because I wasn't home at night. But it still brought my family into my new family, because I do call Fry's my family. And I think that's what's important, is sometimes we don't want to mix the two, but I think it's important to blend the two. Then as they grew up, who's standing next to me when we're volunteering? But my children. They're handing out the boxes. They're handing out the water at a walk event. But again, that's how you make that connection, is by bringing them along with you. And that is a key thing. As a mother, a key thing to make sure you bring your family with you.
After 42 years, your impact is undeniable. So what is the legacy do you hope to leave behind for the next generation of leaders at Fry's?
I hope my legacy is that they remember me for who I am, that I was my true self. I was always honest. I always led with compassion and care, but I want to make sure I put a smile on their face. And if I didn't, how could I help, or what could I do to do that? That's what I want my legacy to be. Again, we can get as many acknowledgments as we would like, working achievements. However, my legacy is about, how did I make them feel? Did I warm their heart? Did I put a smile on their face? That's what I want to be remembered by.
Well, it's a good challenge. Something else you want to add?
I am been really, really proud of where I've come and where I've gone from a courtesy clerk to be able to represent Fry's Food Stores here in the state of Arizona, and to be able to share the great work that we do, because we really do great work. Yes, we sell groceries. We provide fresh, affordable food for everyone, but the impact that we're having in the communities is quite remarkable. Last year alone, we provided over 16 million meals to the hungry here in Arizona. And we diverted over 102 million pounds of waste from our stores. That's stuff that's not going in the landfill. Those are huge numbers, and I think that's important that Arizona knows not only are we there in the stores to take care of you and provide you fresh, affordable food and to meet your needs, but we are also having a huge impact in our community, and I am so proud to represent them.
Well, Pam, Thanks for your years of service. Thanks for helping the community and for everything you do for our people in Arizona and the most needed.
And I am so proud and honored to be here today. So thank you for having me.
Bien, pues así queda esta entrevista con Pam Giannonatti y conocer un poco más sobre lo que es el trabajo detrás de cámaras, vaya, que hacen este tipo de corporaciones y bueno, pues toda la ayuda que brindan a las comunidades. Reportando para ustedes, Oscar Ramos, Prensa, Arizona.